Hello friends, this is Jayanta Deori Bharali, Assistant Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, Tezpur University. Today we will talk about the historical development of roads, how path became pavements. The outline of the lecture is an introduction where we will talk about a little bit of history. We will also talk about Roman roads. Then we will talk about the Tresaguet method of construction, the Telford method of construction, the Macadam method of construction, and lastly we will talk about how highway planning was formulated in India. So let us talk a little bit of history. It was only after the invention of the wheels that the demand for hard road surface was felt. So the first hard road surface is believed to have existed in Mesopotamia at around 3500 BC, but no authentic record is found. The first road for which authentic record is found is of that of the Assyrian Empire, constructed around 1900 BC. Also, remnants of the Appian Way built around 312 BC, extending over 580 km, help us to know how the Romans constructed their roads. This Appian Way illustrates the building techniques used by the Romans. The Roman Empire constructed roads on a large scale. This led to the expansion of the Roman Empire during the period 27 BC to 476 AD. Let us see how the Romans constructed the roads. The Roman roads were constructed using large stone blocks. What were the main features of the Roman roads? The Romans constructed the roads straight regardless of gradients. They first take out the soft soil until a hard stratum is reached, and over the hard stratum they put the stone blocks. Also, the thickness of the Roman roads was very high. It was around 0.75 to 1.2 meters. In comparison, the magnitude of the wheel loads that drove over those roads were very low. It was only animal-drawn carriages that drove over those roads. The wearing course of the Roman roads consisted of those stone blocks set in lime mortar. Not much development took place in the way roads were constructed until around 1700 AD. At around 1700 AD, Pierre-Marie Jerome Tresaguet, a French engineer, developed a new method to construct roads. What were the main features of this Tresaguet construction? According to Tresaguet, it is not necessary to prepare the top with heavy stones. Instead, small and broken stones can be used. Also, in comparison to the Roman roads, the thickness of construction of Tresaguet was of only 30 centimeter thick. In comparison, the Roman roads were around 0.75 to 1.2 meters thick. Also, Tresaguet laid emphasis on subgrade moisture condition as well as drainage of the surface water. Another notable figure in road construction is John Metcalfe. John Metcalfe, also known as the Blind Jack of Nuremberg or Blind Jack Metcalfe. He was responsible for construction of around 290 km of roads in northern region of England. Metcalfe also realized the importance of good drainage systems. He had found that after rains, most of the roads get damaged. So he laid emphasis on good drainage system for his roads. But the sad thing is that since Metcalfe was blind, not much of his work is recorded. After John Metcalfe, the notable figure in development of roads is Thomas Telford, or the Telford method of construction. Thomas Telford was the founder of Institution of Engineers in London. He believed that using heavy stones above the subgrade will make the subgrade more firm. What were the main features of Telford construction? Telford provided level subgrade of width 9 meters. His wearing course consisted was around 4 centimeter thick and was provided with a cross slope of 1 in 45. Also, the thickness of the stone laid above the subgrade varied from 17 centimeter at edges to 22 centimeter at center. In comparison to Tresaguet method of construction, the thickness of the stones above the subgrade varied. This is a picture in Aspenville, Pennsylvania, 1908. This shows how the Telford method of construction is being used to construct a road. From in the picture, we can see the size of the stones used above the subgrade. After Telford, another notable figure in the construction or development of roads is John Macadam. John Macadam was a Surveyor General of roads in England. He put forward an entirely new method of road construction which was different from all the other previous methods. He said that the heavy foundation stones laid above the subgrade were not at all necessary. Instead, small stones can be placed over the subgrade and that will be sufficient enough. What were the main features of Macadam construction? The main features of Macadam construction was that the subgrade was compacted and prepared with a cross slope of 1 in 36. The subgrade drainage and the compaction was given due importance. There was better load dispersion due to the use of compacted broken stones and small size aggregate. Also, the thickness was kept uniform from edge to center to a minimum value of 25 centimeter. We can see two pictures out there of how Macadam roads are being constructed or were constructed. On the right hand side, we can see a Macadam road by the A4 highway in Slovenia, while on the left hand side, we can see the photograph of the Macadam road constructed in Nicholas, California at around 1850. Now let us talk about how the highway planning came into India. Before World War I, railways were the main form of transportation in India. It was only after World War I that the popularity of the motor cars rose, but the inadequacy of the roads were felt due to the rising volumes of traffic. So in 1927, the government appointed a road development committee headed by Mr. M.R. Jayaka to look into the development of roads in India. What were the recommendations of the Jayakar committee? The Jayakar committee suggested that the central government should take charge of the development of road network in India. The roads were considered a matter of national importance, so the central government should take charge in the development of the road network. He suggested that long-term planning was required, so the 20-year plans were developed. He also suggested that road conferences should be held periodically to discuss about road construction and development, and this led to the establishment of Indian Road Congress in 1934. Also, to construct the roads, there was requirement of huge fund. So Jayakar committee suggested that the establishment of Central Road Fund in 1929. Also, to carry out research and development in the field of road construction, the Jayakar committee suggested the formation of Central Road Research Institute in 1950. Now let us see what were the 20-year road plans. The 20-year road plans were Nagpur plan from 1943 to 63, the Bombay plan from 1961 to 81, the Lucknow plan from 1981 to 2001, the Road Development Plan Vision 2021. It is from 2001 to 2021. The Bombay plan came out in 1961 because of the fact that the targets in the Nagpur plan were finished beforehand or were achieved at around 1960s. So the Bombay plan was forwarded from 1961 to 81. These are the references